There's CSX over there on the bridge.
Look at those Amtraks. Oh, look at that CSX.
Hey, ALP in the Amelia.
Oh, look, it's a Liberty. It's a new Acela right there. Oh, look at the new Acela.
Yeah, there they are. New Acela to the right. Platypus.
Yep. Wow. Yeah, it's our ALP 42.
Oh, there's a good one right here. You're going to get a good close look at it. Look at that, except for that electrical box.
And in the CSX. Up, here we go. He should be accelerating now.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah. Accelerating.
What night? Unless that's just the curve.
For anything over 125, it's twice in 60 days.
See that?
For anything 110 to 125, it's twice in 120.
Everything's
So
elevated.
it's written that way so that you can't like space it out or too really quickly. Yeah. Yeah, there's rules between like, you know, you can't do it within 13 days or something like that. And the
Ports unit. One will DC. The other is, you know,
yeah.
It's a whole observation window at the end of the car. It's just a video.
Bro, there's like a whole office desk. Someone claimed that it's the best seat.
Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing.
You're gonna love it.
I wasn't Logan. I wasn't Logan.
That was a mistake.
How is it? I haven't been up yet.
We're going to change some stuff out. So we're going to move people around so everybody's going to have a little chance to be in the front. Okay? So I need that seat there on the side, but we'll rotate you guys around. So somebody's trying to sit there. All right? Look, I just the other group. Well, you were just here, weren't you? Oops. You got to go to the other car. Okay.
We have to have the program installed. Yeah, well, we will be there in about an hour.
I've seen some videos on it.
I've heard a lot of good things about it.
So guys, remember I was talking about high-speed test, but we call this the racetrack here. So like on this middle track, usually this is track 2, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? And like usually we do a lot of our high-speed tests at doing on track 3, so we're doing about 165 miles an hour when we're on that track number 3 there.
So are we doing how much we do here?
So this car here is restricted to 110, so that's the fastest we're going to go today, 110 with this car.
Scanner's going on. Some of those scanners been like the type.
Yeah, this is a C-Gun, C110, yeah we did.
Does the car have a name?
Do you remember?
This car is called the American View. I just call it the 10,004. We just go by numbers. I do train numbers. I don't do train names. I do train numbers and car numbers.
You memorize the frequencies along the line.
Well, I don't memorize the frequencies, but I know the channel numbers. So like right here, we're on channel 60. So the other side, we're on channel 54. Harrisburg line, channel 35, you know. So there's different channels that we use. I just use the channel numbers. Metro North is a combination of 29 and 15. On this section right here is 135, and right up ahead of the next signal bridge, right, that was a place called CP Clark. The speed goes from 135 to 150 right there. So you'll see, so these wires here Haven't really been, so we still got the new poles we're putting up. It's not all done yet. We haven't finished the wire work because those old wires are only good for 135. When we get up to the new section, we call it constant tension catenary. There's wires and pulleys. It's a more modern system, and that way we can support higher speed. So actually, the track is actually programmed to go 160 for the new train, but the older cell's only 150. So it's just capped at 150 right here. So you'll see Clark coming up here in just a minute.
A couple of people I know work for UP, and they have access to police cats.
Yep.
That's so.
This is the Amtrak cat. Yep. So we've actually in the op center, they have access to UP cat in the op center. I used to have it. All right, so here we are. We're coming to Clark now. You'll see the next signal bridge here in just a minute. We'll go by it, and then the speed goes from 135 to 150 there for the Acela trains.
So we're just sitting at 110.
We're gonna do 110. That's okay. There's Clark's. The speed just changed to 150 now, right here.
Are you sure those were defect detectors that those are transponders? It's so crazy. You pass the other trains, you can feel the pressure.
Yep. Yeah. So like for the new Acela train, these windows won't work at the speeds it can go at. Too much pressure. These windows are only good for like 125 mile an hour. At the higher speeds, you got to have a different kind of windows. See that? What do you think? There it is.
Stuff like this never gets old. Yeah, I need to get my big lights out so I can get a nice.
Did we pass the other train yet on 4? There should be another train going there.
Yeah, there it is. Yep. So do all these trains, like these commuter trains,
Yep.
do these go to Boston?
No. So, well, our train here just goes to New York, right? That train only goes to New York also. That's Jersey Transit, doesn't go past New York. Actually, we couldn't see the turbo because right when we were passing the Jersey Transit train. It's on the other side. You might see it going home tonight though. So if you remember, like I said, you only see a couple of signals at the interlock. There's no cabs here. Now the next interlock, this place is called County. So there's where the Jersey Transit trains also come out of County. It's County local there, right? And so now we're going to start to see some signals again.
Like I said, Amtrak owns all these tracks.
Yes. It's all Amtrak. Over right behind us. car coming into Newark. Track 2. There's a path train jumping over us here. Yeah, it's out of 16 barricades right over there.
Why do they have the signal station inside the?
Well, it's because
I don't think they allow the cab cars. They have 40 cab cars out there.
no, because none of them have the ITCS system.
Okay.
There's just, if we're going to do something, it'll be double diesel up there.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. New York is next. Here's 185.
You want 26 man on track 1.
A lot of stuff here, huh? Bridges, you got 3 track bridges here, you got 2 tracks on that bridge, you got 1 track, that is 3 sets of lift bridges here. Path trains, sort of like a subway, it goes to World Trade Center, you see it jumping over everything here, and that's going to be after the outside. I actually saw you the other day, it'll probably be here this afternoon when we go home. So, there's the path train here, right? You see over there, that's your Lackawanna there. You see, it's going to jump underneath us here. We're going to jump over and they're going to have some connecting tracks that come up from the Lackawanna and come up here. That path train's going to World Trade Center.
Wow, what was that, F40?
That was an F40. It's an F40 and a GP40 of some sort.
I thought both the F40s. Oh, smoke from
Let me go pull up the PSCC there.
yeah, F40 going here. F40 and very.
Alright, so the Midtown connection, the Midtown direct connection coming up from the Lackawanna side from Yemeni is right that switch there and the far track over here. Alright, now up ahead is going to be the Portal Bridge. Alright, so that's the one we're redoing right now. We're putting a brand new drawbridge in. It's like a $700 million project. So you can see the construction is on the right hand side here. That's where the new tracks are going to go over there. You're going to see them building the bridge over here. There's holding to be tracks over here, and then they'll take this bridge out. Kids are constructing everything here for part of the new right of way.
So this track will no longer be.
Well, so what's going to happen is this. They're going to build the 2 new tracks over here for the new bridge, right? So they're going to put the pylons in. Then they're going to leave this, but the 2 tracks will go over there. They're going to remove the old drawbridge from the river, right? It's a 120-year-old drawbridge, right? But then eventually we're going to put another bridge there, and that will make it 4 tracks. So you have 2 tracks, and these 2 tracks will go back in service eventually, but we plan on 4 tracking this railroad all the way to New York City. We've only got 2 tracks here. There's like so many trains a day on this. It's crazy how busy this railroad is.
They double track through here.
So over here, that's all the construction between the Portal Bridge on my side here. See that? So the cranes, the barges, the bridge pylons, that's all going to be part of our new bridge over there. And it's going to go up and over. So that's a movable bridge there. The new bridge is going to go high enough it won't have to open anymore. Okay. A massive project here.
That's somewhere on the that part of the oh no,
transit train in the tunnel. This is where it always starts to slow down here. So that, right away there, that's the old Erie Lackawanna Booten line. It's actually an old Erie bridge. So those are the original 2 PRR tracks on our right. So this is called the North River Tunnels. We're in the south tube of the North River Tunnels. So right now we're underneath the Bergen Hills. Alright, so we're underneath sort of like a big mountain right now, right? And up ahead, I think we just went by, I got my ears popped. The engine's going by the Weehawken shaft. You're going to see a shaft here and a stairway and an exit. That's the edge of the river. That actual shaft brings you right up to the middle of the Lincoln Tunnel toll booth. Right by the Lincoln Tunnel toll booth, right at the edge of the river. So, where is it here? Alright, there's the Weehawken shaft. Alright, now we're heading underneath the Hudson River now. So that was all mountain there, but you see they just made this straight as an arrow here to go right to New York. We are now underneath the Hudson River. You're going to see when we get to the bottom of the river, you're going to see the curve, right, of the river, and you're going to see us curve down. We're going straight down, we're going downhill right now. But you'll see the tunnel here in just a minute. It's going to start going up again. See that? Underneath the bottom of the river, that's the middle of the river. Now we're going to go back uphill now. We're heading uphill into Manhattan now. So I'm betting we're going to track 8, is my guess. I don't know for sure yet, but... What's that? No.
Which one's track 8? I'm trying to count.
That's this one here. See, watch the railroad come up. See? After displaying the track 8, you'll see the rail come up.
Okay.
This is us in the tunnel here, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you'll see the railroad goes up. We got railroad up to the 9th Avenue Signal Bridge here. As soon as that train clears, this railroad is going to flip over, and we're going to go to track 8. As soon as that red piece clears the circuit, the switch is on lock, it's going to throw. Oh, change their mind? I think they changed their mind. I think we may go to 12 now. Let's see, they changed their mind. I bet they changed their mind. Let's go see what happens. When the Acela comes out, there's going to be a Acela that's going to go in the other tunnel right next to us. I bet you're going to put us on 12.
For a longer platform, maybe?
Yeah, for a longer platform.
Opening, or does this go directly to the station?
This will go directly to the station. Okay. No more opening. They got all covered over.
Okay.
Yeah, I bet you we're going 12 train. I think they changed their mind because of the 11 car train. And let's see here. I don't know. No, we're going 8. Yeah, we're going 8 track.
So why do they have a third rail coming this way?
In case we got to rescue a train. Like, if there's AC power's got a problem, we can run a Long Island train down here or a dual mode from the Empire to go pull the train out.
Because I'm just like, I see a third rail, but I don't think it's ever used.
We use it for rescue trains and stuff like that. We go and test it too, but it's part of our tunnel rescue procedure because you don't want to run a diesel down here if you don't have to. But so the problem with the AC power, you can do that. And the same thing in the East River tunnels with AC and DC power. So we'll pick one of the other trains that doesn't have a problem. You know, if we have to go rescue something, if something gets in trouble.
Gotcha.
So depending upon what they did, that's what you got the very large.
All right, so why don't you do me a favor? Turn that light back off. See the Keystone train's right behind us here? See the cab car? That's 642. That's the Keystone train.
So I'm assuming they're gonna take this.
What's that?
They're gonna take that side in, right?
Don't know yet. Don't know where the Keystone's gonna go. There's not a lot of choices they have because we're going Amtrak here. I don't know where they're going with the Keystone. So this is the south tube here, the north tube's on the right, and over in the left is where the Empire trains come down from Albany. So the first track over the third rail there, it's hard to see behind the pillars. There's a hole there in the tunnel. That's where the Empire trains come in. Keystone's actually gone 3 tracks over to 1 axis. And I don't know where it's going to go after that. Oh, he'll probably come in right next to, he's going to come in right next to us on the 7, I bet. That's our Protect units. We have a motor and a dual mode we keep here for just, you know, in case there's trouble that we can get on something to push or pull something out here. So. Oh, it is seconds. Alright, so let me... Alright guys, we're here. There's tunnels, you go all the way down to 7th Avenue this way. There's all sorts of different places down here you can go. I've been in a whole bunch of these places too. You know, there's not a tunnel that goes underneath 31st Street that takes you to Keystone. We're gonna go this way, guys. That's what you get a sense of where we're at. We'll walk through this tunnel over here. You can't see all the tunnels. All right. We gotta get back. We don't want to miss our train either. So.
Skip to Wednesday Stratford trip with this. Just walk through the tunnel walk.
This would be a good place to park it.
You see all the modules here? So the Acella's got modules now, right? And so do the Viewliner diners, and then the Viewliner diners too. The new Aero train sets will have the modules as well.
So the Aero train will be used on like Empire service.
There's the Empire service, the regional service, the Keystone service,
Makes sense.
and the Cascade service.
Makes sense for all the things in these dual motors.
So you see here, this is all behind the stuff. The old ticket office is over here. The back door of the old New Jersey Transit ticket office here, right?
Yeah.
These are the other baggage elevators he's talking about. So the freight elevators, they can take the food down that way. Before, you guys saw the baggage room in Moynihan already, right? Yeah. Okay. So these are the old areas where they used to take the baggage this way. Here's one of the elevators right here. So the 8th Avenue subway is right on the other side of this walk here.
Oh, that's why I heard rumbling.
Yeah, we can hear.
I'm gonna look on the train map to see if there's any.
Yeah, there's a signal. Look at that air switch underwater. You can only see
According
some
to my map.
Did you guys have to replace a lot of stuff?
Oh yeah. Just have to left their equipment in the water too. All right.
Did they get stranded there or something?
Yeah, we'd have to tow it back. Yeah, they all got swamped. All right, so now we're gonna go over to Delaware River here, and so at Morrisville. Okay, yeah, you guys did right here. I'm sorry. So it's not a train. So at Morrisville, you're gonna see, right? There's no diamonds. Everything there's no diamonds in this northeast corner. Everything goes over and under. So the two tracks are gonna split apart. Jersey Transit came out of a middle track here. A lot of the freight trains used to go to Morris Interlock, and watch this. The tracks are going to spread apart now. There could be some middle tracks that go to the freight line, and also the Morrisville yard where Jersey Transit goes. They're in the middle. So watch that. See, it's going to start. The tracks will start spreading apart. They're going to get wider.
Is the freight line a main line?
It's a main line for a piece away. Yep. So there it goes. See, it's going up in the air. So we got R2. We're on track 4, track 3. The tracks to the Morrisville line, and then tracks 1 and 2 are on the other side. We're going to duck under here. We're going to go through a duck under. You'll see we're going to go underneath the bridge, and see that way nobody's crossing. Everything is a progressive move, and those trains are just in the middle track here. It just cuts down on making crossover moves in front of everything. You'll see the other track is all the way on the right hand side here. You'll see we're going to join up with tracks 1 and 2 here in just a minute.
That's how they do it.
Yep. On UP, they've also got quarter mile posts. You'll have 62, you'll have 62 and a quarter, 62 and a half, 62 and 3/4, and a 63. It's weird for me because every time I see, why is there always a milepost 14? It's like 1/4. It's like, why is there a milepost 12? You know, I'm just not used to seeing them.
So you got your so the things that trains go over.
The train plotters? Yep, they're right in the middle.
And they're all linked to this.
No. The signal systems are linked to this, but the transponders are not. Transponders are just in the track by themselves.
Oh, okay.
So the signals, we see those green signals there, right? That means I know that this track is not red. Okay, so here I am here. So there's actually going to be, we're actually going to see a SEPTA train on that track here up ahead. See it? See the SEPTA 718? There's a SEPTA train in front of us on the outside track. We're going to pass him in, probably another 5 or 6 minutes. I bet we're going to pass him.
Okay. Oh, please.
Yep.
Make sure there's no trespasses.
Keep an eye out. So we'll see where there's trouble spots. They'll go. They don't have to patrol the whole railroad, but if we have known issues or known hotspot issues, that's where we'll go and go see some things.
We'll like walk on the tracks here.
Sometimes. Not here. It's not a big problem. See all the big black fencing we got up here now? Yeah. It's very difficult. You can't cut through that. You need like a torch to get through that. See the fencing here we got up? Really has cut down the number of people crossing, the track.
That's good.
Qualified on the railroad. So I can tell you that last curve back there is 115 mile an hour for B train, but it's 110 for C train. It's a 125, 125 for an A, 125 for B, or 110 for a C regular, I can tell you signal rules are 251, 261, 261. It's 261 up until the next signal, and it's 251 after that. He's not even looking.
He's supposed to be looking what's ahead of him. What next is at the screen?
So he's coming out of a 60 mile an hour curve, accelerating up to 110 right now. He's number 42.
When we pass this train,
We're gonna pass the train here in about 2
this is
minutes.
where the accident happened, right here.
No.
No, next curve.
Another train on the way over.
Was the train coming this way?
No, no, it's gone. Like where the Acela just went.
It's going to Boston.
It was on the track that was going the other way. We're going south. It was going north.
Yeah, for a while I thought it was hooked to like the things on the tracks, but no, this
942. You guys have a good trip. Everybody back here says hi over. There he is. All right.
is that our engineer?
That's Chance from yesterday. Yeah, he's running that train, so he's going to be coming right by us, running the outside here.
You just talked.
I just talked to him on the radio. Yep.
Is he gonna blow his horn?
I don't know.
Wow, look at those cars on
That's where Ben. That's where he keeps his E8s in there.
Ooh.
The Pennsylvania E8s.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey.
That was nice of him.
Yes.
That was so good.
All right. You guys get on that?
Yep.
30th Street. We're going to go to the lower level of 30th Street, and there's another way you can go to an old freight yard too, where we keep M&W equipment now. All right.
What side are the newest sellers?
They're going to be on your side, on the engineer side, on the left-hand side. So this is Zoo. Now the tracks are all going to get crazy here, but if you look, there's no diamonds here, right? There's going to be tracks up in the air. We're going to go down in a hole here in the tunnel. We're going to duck underneath a bunch of other tracks here, right? Now watch this, right?
Was there ever a
We're going to duck under here.
diamond?
There's going to be a switch in front of us. So we're going to go, there's a switch to go to the lower level, which is the way we're going to go. A switch to the upper level is going to go to the left. And then there's a different CSX track that's going to come out of the tunnel over here. It's called the old Belmont branch. And it's going to go there because the freight trains are going to, actually they can run double stacks, right? See that tunnel right next to us here?
Yep.
They can run double stacks through there. And that track is not even going to touch us and go, you know, so this track is lower level and the next track is upper level inbound. The next track is the CSX freight track. The Zoo Tower is right up to the left-hand side here. It's hard to see, I know, guys, but that's the track from the lower level outbound. That's the track from the upper level outbound there. But you see, there's no diamonds. Everything, it's like all like highway off ramps and on ramps. See all the different tracks going different ways?
Yeah.
So we're going to call this the River Line. There's another tunnel over here that's called the 36th Street Tunnel. See, those trains just went into the tunnel. They're going to duck underneath other tracks so they don't cross over the Keystone trains or the SEPTA trains going to the upper level. And then it comes out in the middle of a whole bunch of other stuff over there.
Oh, the CSX line.
You keeping track of all this?
Was called the Standard Airline.
Oh, this is great here. So this is the River Line. Then you got, so the freight trains, right? The freight trains will go in the High Line, okay?
Okay.
So you got the River Line, then you got the High Line next to us. Then you're going to have the 36th Street connection, which is how the Keystone trains get to the lower level. Then you got all the tracks to the upper level.
So that CSX line on the other side of the river, I think that one's called the River Line too.
I don't know. So that's the bridge we were on back there. So this is the River Line. So the High Line is right here. This is the High Line here. This might also be another piece of the Philadelphia sub here.
Okay.
CSX River Line is
CSX River Line is north of New York. Actually, there's the Selkirk is their River Line. So if I'm a Keystone train, I'd cross over here to go to the high tracks station. We're probably going to go to track 5 or 6 here. Yeah, we're going to go to 6.
Are we turning into the curve?
All right, here come the Acelas on the left-hand side.
high speed.
I'm praying that my phone doesn't
That's it.
tell 1%.
So, see, River Line, the High Line, the other tracks coming down the hill are the connection tracks, and then there's 4 tracks that go to the upper level here, to the upper level of the station. No diamonds.
But why does it looks like there should be wires in that, but there's not.
There used to be. The Pennsylvania Railroad used to have electric trains. There they are. Here's some of them right there.
So why didn't, even though they're here, why aren't they operating?
Well, I'm going to actually run test train. Actually, I'm taking a test train out tonight. One of them's going to Boston tonight.
Really?
Yeah, train set 2, train set 3. So one of those other 2 single sets over there. Yeah.
You said one of those are going all the way to Boston.
Yeah.
tonight?
Going to Boston tonight. I'll come back tomorrow.
On the
We're doing
Northeast
testing.
corridor?
Yeah.
There's a RailCamp in between there, so
You'll see the one in Norwalk, right?
yeah, I'll see the one. There.
Probably 11 o'clock tonight, maybe 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock tonight. We'll go
I'll
by.
see you go by then.
It's going to leave here behind train 178 at 6:30.
Is there any way I can figure out when you guys take the trains down up to Boston at all? Or is it
Nah, it's gonna be catch count, I think. You know, it's gonna be hard. So that's Keystone. Remember the Keystone we were following?
Yeah.
Right, that's it right there. So it came into Philly, it changed ends, now it's on its way to Harrisburg. It changed ends, it's going the other way to
This
Harrisburg.
is like in between New York and Boston.
Yep, that's right there in Norwalk. Yep.
The ACF 64 super life is that when you go over that throttle notch, the little bump, in real life, does it go to 1,000 pounds of force or just like jump all over?
It depends on how fast you're moving when you do it. Because like the faster you're moving, you go to the first click, you're gonna get less force the faster you're going.
Like when coming from station stop to start moving.
I would have to see it and feel it, you know.
Because on the usually when I did the little bump on that paper shop.
Here's the Jersey Transit train over there, guys. See? That's the Atlantic City train on the far side there.
Oh man, we got a.
So not only that, over here on the left-hand side, there's a bunch of tracks. I get into the yard. Like if I'm running a train down south, I'll run the Acela down through here. There's a whole bunch of other tracks over here. Okay. Now, so there were tracks upstairs, right, for the commuter trains. And what's going to happen now is they curve around, and like the Wilmington trains, the airport trains, and the media trains are all coming through another tunnel over here underneath 32nd Street. They're going to come out over here. And don't forget, we had the High Line. There's a bridge all the way to the left of the freight trains where the catenaries. They used to have electric freight. It's diesel freight now. Okay. Yep, that's us here. Let me go switch gears here. It's a big impressive thunderstorm. All right, so a couple things. The High Line is going to cross over us. Once again, no diamonds. The freight trains are way up in the air. They bypass all the stations here.
Which the High Line was the line would that be where the steam locomotive?
No, that's where the freight trains went. That's where the freight trains went. All right. So the High Line, see the poles up right up there on the bridge? That's the High Line, right? That's where the freight trains go. You still see CSX up there all the time. See the SEPTA train? That SEPTA train is going to the upper level of the station, okay? You see they've got to stop over there, so they got two tracks over there. So now we're crossing underneath the High Line, right? You got the upper level tracks, the lower level tracks, and you got the freight tracks, right? So if you're on the High Line, you can go that way around the Y to go to South Philadelphia to go down to the port, or you can go this way to go down towards Wilmington.
So the Westchester line?
I'll show you where that branches off up ahead here.
Do passengers run?
Oh yeah.
But what else does? Do any freights run on the Westchester?
No, there's no freight up there anymore. So here's the High Line coming down. You got two tracks. So this track next to us here is going to connect the High Line with Northeast Corridor. The track to the right, they put in there. That's going to connect the High Line to the CSX to the B&O. All right. So here we are. So the Westchester line is going up there. So those two tracks going off to the right. That's the Westchester branch. There they go. So we got two upper level tracks, two lower level tracks, two freight tracks. We're gonna lose one more freight track. It's gonna go to the B&O over there. I see the CSX, big CSX trains from Baltimore over there all the time. Now we got one track here. The NS uses this. The NS comes over the High Line to go to Delaware. Okay. Now up ahead, this next interlocking in a place called Phil, right? What you're gonna see is the Wilmington trains to Wilmington, like the SEPTA train we saw this morning, they switch out, they come off those tracks to come on these tracks here, right? But there's another track that goes to the airport train, right? Here comes the rain. Right? So the airport train is going to go up and it's going to jump over us again, once again, not on a diamond, but it's going to come over us and it's going to go to the airport that way.
Oh,
so there's nobody has to cross over in front of anybody else.
The Philly airport.
Philly airport, yeah. I take that train all the time. So watch this. So track 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 track is going to go to the airport. Watch, see, it's going to. Oh, and that's the CSX, by the way, up on the bridge.
Oh, the Philly stuff.
No diamonds, once again. So the airport train, that's part of the Philly stuff there. So the airport train going up and over. There goes the airport train over the bridge. And that's how they go to the airport.